From 41 Seaver Way, welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. We've got Father's Day baseball. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the New York Mets. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Blues to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get underway, and pitching in this game, Clay Holmes.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trust it, and really go after hitters. Not nibble. Trust that his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And a big swing and a miss.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Runner at third, nobody out. Here in the third and final game of the series. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike. Nice job behind the plate there. And now it's Frankie Lindor.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
One down, base is empty. Out to short, Win. Sends it across the first. Lindor retired.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
Mason Wynn
Now
getting
batting,
ready to hit.
shortstop,
He's 0 for 1.
Win.
Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Swings through that one for strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Now fly ball to right center. Soto makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, Graham.
Now the number 2 hitter, Mason Wynn. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That missed by a lot. Now 1 and 2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Outside with a breaking ball. In the air, right field. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. And you know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
1 out, runner at second. David Fry will hit next. Hit on the ground to short. Win. Throws to first in time. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Mason Wynn. The Fish in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
This one high in the air to left center. Duran flashes the leather on the running catch.
No, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Out to short. Win. Zips it across. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Up next for the Mets, the left fielder, Jared.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at here in Miami, Lone Depot Park. The Show brings you game 1 of a big 4-game set. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, and starting this one, Michael Lorenzen. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball, he's going to go out there and give it his best.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Mason Wynn, the next to hit. Runner takes off for third. There's a ball. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Edwards, the lone runner, stands at third with nobody out. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Top of the second. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, C.J. Abrams.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Hit weakly on the ground. Throws to first in time. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
That is it. The right fielder, Stone Garrett.
So digging in,
Now
Mason
batting,
Wynn. Singleton scored his
Mason
first time.
Win.
Wynn, in his third season, 23 years old. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games. Up the middle, Garcia. Not in time.
Hey,
He's safe.
Up next for the Marlins, the third baseman, Brad.
2 down, bases
The
empty.
batter, the
Here's
designated
C.J.
hitter,
Abrams to hit.
C.J. Abrams.
One.
Hard hit left side. Slings it across, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nationals go quietly, still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back here in Miami,
Leading
John
off for
Shelby
the
and Chris
Marlins,
Singleton
the
with you.
shortstop,
And leading off the bottom of the
Mason.
4th, Mason Wynn.
Win.
Hers back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Tap foul at the plate. Kicks and deals. Goes down looking.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside
Leading
corner
off
for that
for the
backwards
Marlins,
K right
the
there. I think the
shortstop,
hitter saw it all the way
Mason.
coming from that opposite arm
Win.
angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
0-1.
Wynn now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Line drive. Fraley racing over to make the catch.
That was just a great jump and route to
Now
the ball.
batting,
Well, it
the
had
third
to be. If
baseman,
he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that
Now
sinking
batting,
liner,
shortstop,
that's the way it had to be done.
Mason.
Nice job.
Win.
Wynn in the
That's
box
inside.
here.
Ball.
Lets that one go for a ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Always nice to win the home opener of a 4-game series. You know you got a lot of miles in the journey against that other team, but it all starts with the first game. You can set the tone, position yourselves, set up your bullpen, got everybody fresh and ready to go when you're in the driver's seat. We'll see if they can continue that momentum in tomorrow's game.
14-2 at the end of this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shelby saying so long. From inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Big storyline of this one is the recent struggles of today's starter. Just hasn't seemed to be able to find his rhythm.
Yeah, Boog, just look at these stats. We've seen his frustration building every time he leaves one up in the zone. Can't overthink it. Needs to just trust his instincts and let it fly out there.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And today on the hill, Paul Blackburn. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win. And I expect to see that from him in this one today.
2 on, 1 out. Next is the designated hitter, C.J. Abrams. Ripped into left for a base hit. Nunez rounds third, headed for the plate. Here comes the throw, and he's out.
Just the classic case of ignoring your third base coach. The stop sign was clear as day, but the runner seemed to have missed it, and certainly it cost him.
So up next, Dylan Cruz. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. And that one fouled off.
Yeah, and he's been wearing out home plate lately, scoring a ton of runs for his team.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. And the 0-2 stays alive. 2 on, 2 outs. Liner, and this could be trouble. Around third. He will score, and the Marlins have the lead. Headed for the plate. The relay. Safe at the plate. It's 2-0.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs on that swing. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. Just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
Back here at Lone Depot Park, digging in, Jake Fraley. On the ground, and it kicks off the bag. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Around first and hustling for second. And he's into second with nobody out.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
1 out, bases empty. At the plate, Dylan Cruz doubled his first time. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Cross going back. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch.
The batter, number 6, shortstop, Otto.
And now it's Keibert
Up
Ruiz.
next for Washington, the catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
Swings here and blasts one left field, and in one hops the wall. Now he'll turn for second. The relay throw. The tag out.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Up next,
base is empty with 2 away. And now Dylan Cruz. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that's got extra bases written all over it. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Here's the left fielder,
number
Dylan
3,
Cruz.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling. In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Ball one, no strikes.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Runners are at the corners, one away. Next one misses, now 2-2. And there's a ball.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Ground ball, could be 2. Tags the runner. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, Singy, today's starter has really struggled of late. He's been missing his spots, and hitters are taking advantage.
Boog, and when you're in a slump like this, every little thing feels like it's going against you. He'll look to settle in early and hopefully find that spark again.
We'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set now, and getting the start for Miami, Yuri Perez. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
That one to first, into the outfield, base hit. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. He will score. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
One down. Here's Nick
the
Madrigal.
Nick Madrigal.
One out, base is empty. That's hard hit on the line. Into the dive, and he got it.
Batting up, the center fielder, Gavin Ross.
This dive wasn't the result of a bad route, Singy. The only reason he made the play is because his route was so good.
No doubt, Boog. StatCast tells the same story. I mean, he got to his spot as quickly as you can possibly get there, and he had to in order to have a chance at that diving play. Just special.
Cruz.
Gore back to work. Cruz swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today.
You know, these Marlins doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers kind of speak for themselves with the 4 walks. They've done a great job of not trying to do too much and just staying disciplined.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Another thing I love is how they've allowed the game to come to them. They're not forcing the issue when they're on offense.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add a run. It's 3-0.
How in the world did he manage to hit that one out? It wasn't even in the strike zone. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Bottom of the inning, and now for the Marlins, Dylan Cruz.
Cruz.
Cruz, 24 years old, a former first-round pick in 2023. And a foul ball. Next offering way off the plate.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Cut off, throw to third. The tag, and he's out.
Really nice job of hitting right there, but you've got to be a better base runner than that and understand the situation. With nobody out, you got to be able to shut it down, stay at second, keep yourself in scoring position instead of killing a potential rally.
Cruz now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. That one misses, and that's ball 1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That's off the inside corner. The count now 2-2. Gets a piece, and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Next to hit for the Nats, Nasim Nunez. Bender is just 1 strike away. That's a hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
The first baseman, number 33,
Well, this was a total team effort using 6 pitchers in this ballgame to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
7-3 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now, and pitching here today, Braxton Garrett. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Mason Wynn, the next to hit, takes outside.
1-0.
Edwards gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
On the ground, right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
So 1 out, nobody on. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Swing and a chopper out to short. Win. Slings to first in time.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Base is empty, one away. Now here is Mason Wynn. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Foul ball. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And now 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 1 out, base is empty. Pitch misses there, and it's 3 and 2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
That's ball 4, trying another fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now batting.
1 gone, runner at first. Now it's going to be Mason Wynn. First pitch misses.
Way to lay off that pitch
1
down.
ball, no strike.
The shortstop takes the ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Out there to center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. Go ahead run on base. Ruiz digs in now. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. And that's 2.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
First and second, no outs. Mason Wynn getting ready to hit. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. And that one fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that is a big first out. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Grounds one to short. Throws to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it. All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs in the top of the 9th. Excellent job of securing your home field and keeping the fans in the ball game all the way to the end. Nice W all the way around.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Here in Milwaukee, the start of the weekend is upon us. It's Friday evening baseball on the show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Milwaukee Brewers. Taking a look at today's starter, who's been going through a bit of a rough patch lately. His recent outings haven't exactly gone as planned, Singy.
Yeah, he hasn't looked himself out there, Boog, and normally he's got that fastball popping the catcher's mitt and the slider darting, but lately hasn't had great command. Couple of good innings might be all it takes to get him back on track.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. Today's starting pitcher, Brandon Woodruff. And Chris, he seems a lot more comfortable pitching here at home than on the road, right?
Indeed, Boog, and there can be several factors, whether it's just sleeping in your own bed, being around your family, going to your favorite restaurant before you come to the ballpark. I don't know what it is for him, but the numbers are clear that he's been dominant in this place. The only frustration is you see how good he is at home, and if you're a teammate or a coach, you're looking and saying, hey, if you can be almost as good as that on the road, you're going to have a great year, and we're going to win more ball games.
We go to the bottom of the first. This is Bryce Terang. On the ground to the left. Win. Fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, nice job by the shortstop to field that on the backhand and gather himself, get his feet underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
Win. Batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And there's two away. First and second, no outs. Chorio now at the plate. Out to short, Win. The throw to second, over to first, safe.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Mitchell.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Win.
Woodruff back to work. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Marlins just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Got it. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And up next for Miami, Mason Wynn.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Inside ball.
1 out, base is empty.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. 6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and Art.